In my administration, education is very important. And I want to look at two parts of education. One is scholastic education, and the other one is financial education. And let's talk about the financial education first and foremost, and that means jobs. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I got to start teaching our people how to start making some money. Because we don't start learning how to make some money in the city, we cannot survive in the city. The laws of economics does not allow you to live in the city when the city is moving so fast that you cannot afford it. Let me give you a prime example of that. Back in 1990, as far as African Americans are concerned, we were 70% strong. Now we're down to 50% or less. That means we've lost a whole base of people and no one's talking about it and no one's discussing it. That kind of seems kind of strange to me. Not even our leader, Vincent Gray, who's the chairman, the number one person on the council, and he's not talking about it. So that means either Vincent Gray does not care, or with no due respect to our chairman, he doesn't give a damn. Which one is it? Because neither one sounds good to me. And I tell people all the time, which is very important, is this, is that when you start to lose a base of people, you lose your identity. And once you lose your identity, you lose your voice. And once you lose your voice, you cannot make decisions in a city for your people. So my job now is to make sure that I start getting our people, starting to learn how to make some money, and getting them to become more self-sufficient, and get them off the social welfare system and wean them off of it so they can now start being productive individuals in the city. And it's a twofold part. One is getting people being successful and also getting folks to make sure that they're not out there robbing people. I tell people all the time, more jobs equals less crime, which is an important factor. So we've got to heed that warning. Now, what I propose as far as policy is concerned, when I become the next mayor of Washington, D.C., is to give people the options. And one of the options is this, giving them the opportunity to market themselves to get a better job, get ready for a job, or market a product or service so they can start their own business. That meaning that what we want to do is take some of these abandoned school systems that we have and then turn them into adult high-tech education, where we're giving folks the opportunity to start learning how to start marketing themselves better. I tell people all the time, also is this, is that you can have the best product or service, or you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you can't get your product or service or yourself out into the marketplace, it is not going anywhere. So we've got to focus on that and start to showcase to people that it's important that they learn how to market themselves. Now, what we want to do now also as part of policy is to bring the experts here to DC. And those experts to me are the Googles of the world, the Yahoos of the world, the Facebooks of the world, who make millions of dollars every single second. And why can't we bring the experts here to teach our people how to become successful and start learning how to market themselves, again, to get a better job, get ready for a job, or market a product or service so they can start their own? It's a very important factor. And once we have that going, then everything starts to transform in the city. So look, let me tell you this. What we want to do now is to make sure that we bring in these experts. And some people will say, well, why would anyone want to pay attention and listen to people who are going to teach them how to get themselves better? And I say this, people listen to folks who make more money than they do or doing bigger and better things than they're doing. And a prime example of that is this, Berkshire Hathaway. People fly thousands of miles to go all the way to Omaha, Nebraska to meet the Berkshire Hathaways. That means that the reason why they're doing it is because of the mere fact that they want to learn something new from someone who's so successful. So let's say, for instance, we have the John Googles of the world in a big seminar room at one of our school systems. And John Google tells a person, look, you know what? I want to teach you how to start learning how to make some money and utilize this internet so you can become more successful. Or if you want to be a brick and mortar, that's fine. Or if you want to get a better job, that's fine too. But I'm going to teach you the methods that are necessary so you can market yourself better. Then all of a sudden, there's someone jumps up and says, well, I'm computer literate. And John Google tells him, don't worry about it. I'm here to teach you. You know why? Because I know what I'm doing. And also, I've got $100 million in my bank account. What do you have? That means my job now is to make sure that I teach you everything you need to know. So what I'm saying is this, is that it's so important for us to give people the options. Because when you start to give people options, then all of a sudden now, a whole new mindset comes about. Let's say you have people out here who are saying, hey, look, you know what, I can't find a job. So they get to a point that they get frustrated and they go out there and rob somebody. Then all of a sudden, when that person robs somebody, then we have to lock them up. Now, do you know that it's going to cost us $30,000 to lock that person up when it only costs $17,000 to give that person the education that's necessary so that person can get a better job, or go ahead and get him the education so he can get a trade or start a business? Does that make any sense? It does not to me. But that's what's been going on in the District of Columbia for the last 20-something years that I've been living here. And no one's been doing anything about it. So my job now is to stop that. So that's going to be my focus, is how I'm going to do this. And then in the next segment, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen and what are the 3 things that I'm going to bring to this city so we can start to move forward. Thank you, and God bless.